TGR. Animal Crossing New Horizons came out, and I've got to say that this is probably the fastest time that I've ever hit 10 hours for one of our first 10 series. For those of you that are new here, a first 10 is essentially our impressions-based video series, and it all revolves around our first 10 hours of gameplay. There are minor spoilers, obviously, but we try to avoid them as much as possible, so consider yourself warned. Let's go ahead and get into it. I think that we can all agree that right now is actually a really great time for Animal Crossing New Horizons to be out. I, for one, was eagerly awaiting this game ever since it was announced in September of 2018, and here we are, a little over a year and a half, and I am so excited to play this game. Even today, after having it for over a week, I still look forward to going onto my island. Day one, I head over to Best Buy, pick it up, get home, pulled off the wrapper, slammed that cartridge into the Switch, and booted it up. And within a few minutes, I was listening to soothing music and setting everything up for my island. In no time, I was on that deserted island and in debt to a raccoon. So it was essentially everything that I was hoping for, and then some. Immediately, I fell in love with this game. The nostalgia here, guys, it hit me hard. Graphically, it's up to date, and at the same time, it hits that perfect note of charm. The music and overall relaxing mentality is honestly a perfect escape from reality at the moment. Though the same jingle plays in the background in regards to the music, it's never really too annoying or too loud or in your face. It's actually really awesome, and there is a slow evolution over time. I don't want to spoil it for you, but let's just say that there's more oomph to the music as you progress. When I started the island, Rocket and Kit Kat were the residents that were there. Quickly, they introduced themselves, and their personalities have grown onto me more and more day by day. As of right now, though, Kit and Audie quickly joined the island, and today Rex actually moved in. Harvey, he stopped by to visit and invited me over to his island, and honestly, that's what it seems like this game is going to be about, getting inhabitants onto your island. For those that are playing Animal Crossing for the first time, this game is mind-blowingly well written. These characters, they have their own quirks, their own dislikes, their own isms, their own catchphrases, and I've talked about this in the past in my Animal Crossing video, but this honestly took it to a whole new level. The writing in and of itself is superb. The progression in this game is one of the things that seems to be divisive to a lot of Animal Crossing veterans. Having what makes Animal Crossing, the town and its inhabitants, be locked behind progression, it turns a lot of people off. To me, though, slowly having everything unfold as you build and transform your deserted island is actually a lot of fun. I like that. There's a constant level of progression that's happening within the game. Now, tools are perishable unlike previous releases in the series, so think of it more along the lines of Breath of the Wild, but I like that. The do-it-yourself nature follows that, and it really just feels like there's constant progression going on. Starting out with the most basic of tools and then slowly getting better ones that require different material, it just feels awesome. As you play, residents will give you DIY recipes, and maybe you'll find one in a bottle on the shore with a message inside of it, or maybe you'll get one from a balloon as it's flying by through the sky. At the same time, though, you can literally just grab bells and go to the store and buy some. The possibilities here are really endless. Then later on, there's a level of customization that's unlocked that lets you change the color to whatever it is that you're building. All that DIY stuff, you can customize it even further. All right, guys, now we got to talk about Nook Miles. Nook Miles are essentially something that I can really, truly appreciate, and anybody that's an Animal Crossing veteran should appreciate. Pretty much you get points for doing stuff that you would normally do in Animal Crossing. This could be anything from watering the plants, to fishing, to crafting DIY items, to literally spending Nook Miles. You can get Nook Miles for spending Nook Miles. It's a reward program, and it's truly a way to constantly get rewarded for playing the game. You get that constant dopamine rush. I will say, one of the coolest things and the biggest features that I was looking forward to personally was playing with my family. Especially since my son is becoming an avid gamer and my wife has always been into Animal Crossing. See, before the game was launched, murmurs were going around on the internet that the game was actually going to be locked with one island per console. And at first, I got it. I understood. That's kind of how it was with New Leaf and the original Animal Crossing. There was only one island per unit or memory card when talking about the GameCube. In Animal Crossing New Horizons, though, things were different. Unless you're the resident representative, aka the first player to start the game, you're pretty much screwed. Being player 2 means that you're pretty much essentially stuck playing in limbo anytime that you aren't playing with the main player and letting them be the leader. Being player 2 isn't really the big issue at hand either. The real issue is that the second player impacts the main story that's progressing on the island in no way at all. They can't even assist in building furniture for incoming residents for their future homes. There's absolutely nothing that the second player can do aside from farm and donate to the museum. The fact that you can play with others in couch co-op seems honestly to be a bit of an illusion. What can you do? Gather resources together, fish together. You can't even go to remote islands using Nook Miles tickets to farm resources together. That can only be done by one player at a time. There's been a lot of talk online that this is Nintendo blatantly trying to sell more Switches and Switch Lites. Angry players have gone to review bombing this game in order to make their voices heard. As of right now, as of this recording, the user review on Metacritic is 5.7. The issue isn't really that the second player is a glorified resident that's pretty much doing nothing, but to me, it's that the second player has no impact. And in a household where we have two serious players wanting to play the game, things got disappointing real quick, guys. For us, it's just odd that a company that sells the idea of playing with others would do something like this, where only one person will have full control of your Animal Crossing island. There's 2 controllers built into the system to make local multiplayer and co-op easier. Why build a game that doesn't nurture that? They shouldn't have added the local multiplayer in the first place. Each account should have its own island. I mean, come on, surely Nintendo must have realized that there are households that have more than one gamer in them that share consoles, right? And honestly, don't even get me started about the whole cloud save issues with the whole game. I mean, listen, if you're the only person playing this game in your household, then you should be fine. Honestly, you shouldn't have anything to worry about. Animal Crossing New Horizons is an amazing experience that I would recommend anyone and everyone to try at least once. But if you're someone that shares a Switch with someone, then honestly just make sure that you get first dibs on the game so you can enjoy the game to its fullest. It truly is a game that I stand behind, and honestly I can't wait to go back to my island and see how everyone's doing. Thanks to the awesome patrons and YouTube members that made this video possible. Here are some of the things that our patrons and YouTube members have said about this game. If you haven't joined our Discord, we have a channel completely dedicated to Animal Crossing hype. My gates are always open. Looking forward to talking more with you all there. Until next time, guys, deuces.
Hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to see more and stay up to date, subscribe, hit the little bell, and join our Discord.
If you want to support the channel, please check out our Patreon or hit the join button below. As always, thanks for your support and thanks for watching.